Where is the live? Let's have a look. Where are you guys? TikTok. A little down. Let's see if we can get you all up and going. Am I live? Yes. Okay, it's all good. All good so far. Brilliant. Okay, now you guys are on the screen. Brilliant. Okay. We're officially live. Oh, I can't remember the last time I've been live streaming, folks. It's been a while. It's been a hot minute since I've live streamed anything, hasn't it? I'm just gonna see if I can put you guys in a slightly better angle. Hiya, how are you doing? I'm sure we'll have a lot of people running in here because I feel like I haven't live streamed in forever, so it has been a while. It said the thing is I've been really busy. If you didn't know, I was at Swindon Comic Con this weekend and I was absolutely exhausted on Sunday, so I didn't live stream on Sunday, and then I was working today. I will be working tomorrow. And then I kind of got a free day tomorrow. Maybe I'll do another live stream. Sorry, not free tomorrow, but free Wednesday. So maybe I'll do another live stream on Wednesday. But apart from that, I'm going to be pretty busy for the rest of the week, folks. It's a bit jam-packed. I got a lot going on, and then obviously I'm going on holiday next week. So I'm going on holiday on the 4th of July. There's not much time until I'm going away for a week, and then you guys are probably going to hear hardly anything from me for a good week. Well, maybe I'll post some images from Norway and Denmark, but it might be a bit of radio silence from me from the 4th of July onwards. But it's not a super long holiday, it's like a week. But maybe I'll share some images on my travels, I don't know, that would interest people. But the thing is, Art Fight is starting obviously on the 1st of July. I got no clue if I'll have any motivation whilst I'm on holiday to do some Art Fight stuff. Probably not. I think my brain at the moment is to do things in relation of planning Arc 2 of the future stuff on that, because obviously we're almost at the end of Arc 1 now. I really need to get some concrete plans down for Arc 2, so I'm hoping that, when I'm on holiday, it would be the perfect time to really brainstorm. I feel like that's what I did before with this entire first arc. I was on holiday, and I managed to bash out exactly what I wanted to happen in this first arc on that holiday, so I'm hoping the same will happen when I go on holiday this time, but this time just for Arc 2 instead. Right, let me just draw that, and down there. I'm also working on the clothes. I was just discovered another problem with my... Oh no, he looks too stretched, and I have to redo the entire right side. I'm like, oh no! I've had those moments, and so I know I don't show them when I'm sketching, because obviously I don't really show, I don't really live stream when I'm sketching my stuff out. But trust, when I'm sketching my stuff out, I'm constantly readjusting things all the time, and I'm realizing I'm not wearing my glasses, so I can't really read chat that well. So let me put on my glasses so I can read you guys. But hello everyone, if you're joining the live stream, welcome. If people who don't know, I'm the creator of the manga series, The Thieves, Stuff and Theft. So everything you see in terms of artwork, writing, is all done by me. I am a one-man team. I'm working on page 15 of chapter 11 at the moment. We're almost halfway through, kind of. Almost halfway through. I mean, I'm halfway through when I get to page 18. So that should be quite exciting. I'm looking forward to meeting that mark, because it means that it shouldn't be that long until I can get the rest of the chapter fully released, hopefully. But yeah, it depends how busy I'm going to be, because summer holidays coming soon, so I don't know how busy I'll be at work and cover and stuff, because obviously a lot of staff members like to take a holiday during the summer holidays, obviously for looking after their children and stuff, so it's all a bit up in the air at the moment, folks. I'm just going to be straight up with you all. But at the moment, after holiday, I don't think I have much on, so I should be live streaming a lot more, hopefully, after I've gone on my holiday. Tradition was so annoying because it's not fully irregular. I get that. When I did my doodles on Sunday at Comic Con, I got really annoyed because I was like, I really want to erase this like pencil line out, and I can't wear it out fully, and I don't know why I can't. And it's like completely throws me off. But like I hide it well enough in the doodles that I don't think people really notice. If anything, I think they kind of like some of the construction lines kind of appearing through whenever I do my doodles. But it does annoy me when I can't remember it up. You don't want to do the face again? Oh, bless you. Is that, yeah. I get that. I get that. I think I redrew Mazelle's face here several times when I was doing this sketch originally, because I couldn't decide what sort of facial expression and also where she was looking. But I kind of made her in like a little triangle group down here with the other members of the Forsaken Undead. So it looks like Togo. Really? I don't think Mazelle looks like Togo. Is it I guess it might be the fringe that's doing it, I guess. And I guess the wispy bits on her hair, right? But I think she looks very different from Toga. Go down that way. I guess you haven't seen her screen toned in, so maybe she looks a bit like Togo when she isn't. But I haven't put any of her screen tones in yet. God, I'm going to cry. I'm traumatized. I'm going to do it just like the hand was crying. I wish you luck. You can tackle drawing whilst I'm tackling my drawing. You see, so I'll give you some motivation whilst I'm drawing. Right, and then her hair goes in that way, down there, and then got handles on that I didn't draw in the sketch. Dun. I don't know how long I'll live stream today, folks. I would like to think I can get this page done tonight, and then go to sleep. I mean, because for people who don't know, this is the page so far. I'll turn the lettering on again. So you know, I've really done a lot of this page before coming on to live stream, but like I've been working on this page for like the last few days because again, like I was saying, I've been really busy, so I haven't had a chance to properly finish this page off yet. Which is really unusual of me. Usually I get a page done and then, you know, I'm not working on anything else for a bit. But this one I've just kind of left in the dirt a little bit because I've been so busy. But we're going to try and get it done tonight. So, and talking about that, I'm going to get Mazelle's reference up. Mazelle, where are you? Mazelle. There you go, Mazelle. There she is. Thank you very much. She's not in her vampiric form here, so... Also, I've got to try and do, like, a flashback effect for this panel, as well as the panel below this one, so that should be quite fun to try and do. So I'm going to get this panel line art, get the other one line art, and then I'll try and do the effect all at once. Because I've got to remember how to do these things, folks, because it's been a while since I've done, like, a flashback sort of panel. So I need to have a look at some of my older pages, and see exactly what I did. So we'll tackle that. I'll show you how I do my flashback panels. But for now, I'm just going to get the basic line art in for all of it. Sorry for talking too much about it. Oh, it's fine. Look, man, if you want to vent about your art, I don't mind at all. Thank you so much for the follow, Lisa. I really appreciate it. Such a cool hobby, thank you. I said I draw my own manga in my free time. that's what I do. I said it's my pride and passion, my comic, you know. I said it is my passion project. If I put that down there. This is so beautiful, thank you so much. I sent a picture to the server, by the way, thank you. I'll have a look at it later after stream. Do you do commissions? I do commissions. I take them on kind of like a request basis. If you go to the link in my profile, you can find my website, and that kind of has the details of my commissions on there. But, you know, I'll take on projects that I'm interested in. But yes, I do commissions. Alright, okay, and then we want her neck. It should be kind of showing down here, actually. So let's put that in, and then that goes down that way. We want to swing this past her bit of a gap. There we go. Swing that back around. And then shadows for her neck down here. I'm just thinking her pupil is just a little off. Just a little bit. I'm slightly smaller. Right, and then what's happening with this eye over here? She's also got like a second eyelash that needs to be here. There we go. And then I think that can come down a bit sooner. And then if we get rid of this one, there you go. Bloody like Jeff, he's my lucky door guardian. Oh, is it what he looks towards your door, does he? I love Jeff. I think Jeff is awesome. Listen, I don't unfortunately have an equivalent of a Jeff in my room, but I really should, shouldn't I? I'm hoping to have some new guardians in my room though. I'm sure some of you know, if you've looked at my Discord, what I'm expecting to have soon. So if you're in my Discord, you know that I got something very special done today. But now I have to wait a few months for, and I'm very, very much looking forward to getting them. I'm very, very excited. A lot of money though. No, if he just turns upside down off on my coat hook. If you look, he greets you every time you walk through your door, you see, so. And then bring down that way. Oh my word. Sometimes I question myself why I draw patterns on my characters' clothes, but here we are. Goes down that way. Right, and then I'm just kind of want to draw some of these in as well. Go like that. And then more swiggy lines. Mm-hmm. And down there. Right, okay, and then I want to do the inking for this bottom panel now. I'm just double checking Mazal here for a second. I just feel it's unusual for her not have like the netting showing, because I feel like the netting is such a vital part of her character's design. So obviously at this angle you're not going to see it. So that's why I think she's looking a little tad odd to usual, but she's fine. This is what her character's design is supposed to be looking like. So let me just adjust that. Like that. And then that one can just be slightly thinner. There you go. Right, and then we got this one down here. I have to figure out how to draw a clenched fist now. Let's figure this out. I have cats that like to knock things off my desk, so I can't say that. Oh, fair enough. It said when my cat was younger, she used to knock stuff off my desk all the time. She's not like that anymore. But yeah, I said a lot of my stuff are on higher shelves anyway now, so everything kind of gets kept there, away from any of my pets. I know my dog might go for it, but yeah. Though I say that, but he's pretty well behaved. When he kind of knows when something isn't his, you know. I think the dog is smart enough to kind of realize, oh, this is actually, you know, Elodie's item. You know, I shouldn't be touching Elodie's stuff. Go down there. Go here. And on there. Right, okay, and then we need some trembling lines as well. I just kind of want to roughen this up just a little bit, just to show a bit more action of her clenching her fist here. I kind of want a little bit of shadows and stuff, like rough. rough stuff. It just adds a little bit more movement, that's all. Also, I feel like I can concentrate properly because now it's not boiling. I'm not boiling alive anymore in the UK. Because that was another thing I think that's been off-putting me drawing recently. It's just the heat. The heat has gone down. So I feel like that's why I'm kind of in a better mood to also be drawing at the moment. So I think that helps. Okay, trembling lines. Let's do that. Where is it? Effects. Trembling lines. It goes down there. Down there. Okay, and down there. Brilliant. Okay, and then we've got these guys. Okay, let me just turn off the lettering here. Alright, so we've got Mizelle, Orlando, and Maureen here. So I think I could probably do the line out for all of these folks on one layer, because I mean I'm not gonna need them to be on different layers, so let's do that. What computer or tablet do you use? I use a Cintiq 32. This is the device I'm using. So it's a very, very big drawing tablet. It's a 32-inch drawing tablet I'm using at the moment. Go down there. I think my phone is just broken. Why does it stretch pictures like that? I don't know. Sometimes my phone does that as well. Usually like a reboot or like a restart of the app works for me with fixing that issue. I've been looking around Namikomi. I do like how it's set up. It's nice and easy site for me to use. Yeah, I thought like Namikomi as a site is like really well designed. Like, I mean, there's some things that are quite hard to find on there, but like overall, I do feel like it's quite a good website. And I feel like the people who run it are very nice people as well. I've chatted to some of the people who have been working on the site in the past as well. And they generally do seem like nice folks. I mean, a lot of them are based in the UK actually. A lot of the folks from Namikomi. So maybe that's why we get along so well. But yeah, I have spoken to some people who run Namikomi or are part of the staff team over at Namikomi, so but I'm a bit more quiet. I'm also on Namikomi usually. Is this a manga you're making or something? Yes, it is. I said it's my little passion project, you know, just like my little hobby. So in my spare time, I create my own manga. So, you know, I'm working on chapter 11 at the moment. I have like a physical volume 1 out as well. You know, there's little things I've been doing for it. It's not a very big series at all, folks. Like, I just want to clear this up. Like, the Thieves and stuff and that isn't like a trending manga or anything. It's just like it's there, you know. I mean, I try my best to advertise it, but like at the same time, I'm just like I do not have the energy to try and advertise this to like 1 million people. So maybe I'm a bit more low-key about my manga compared to most other people who try and get their manga out there. But yes, I am creating a manga or comic or whatever you'd like to call it. I do not mind. Call it whatever you wish. Right, and then that comes down that way. Down there. Sorry, I will show you guys the entire page. Oh, I turned off the lineup for this one. There you go. So this is the page I'm working on currently. I'll show you some of my previous pages as well. Because I did make some adjustments to the last page before, you know, in my last stream, I was working on a different page. I did make some adjustments to that page. So for people who haven't seen it, it's screen toned in now, and I made some adjustments to the line art as well. And then obviously these are the previous pages that some people have seen on TikTok before. But if you haven't, this is sort of my art style. This is kind of what the final thing looks like. So hopefully we can achieve that same sort of effect. But yeah, the panels I'm working on down here are supposed to be flashback panels, so they're going to be screen toned a little differently compared to the other stuff I've been showing. So. When it's finished, I'm gonna remember to take a pic under the slight angle so you can see exactly what I'm doing. Yes, please do. What's more world we just named our 9-day-old daughter Elodie? Oh, congratulations! I said I love seeing more Elodies. I said when I was called Elodie, there really wasn't that many Elodies also born in the same year as me, because for context, I was born in 2002, folks. And originally, the intended idea, because all of my sisters are called French names, the original plan that my mum and my dad had was to go and live in France. That was the original idea, was my family to go and live in France for the majority of our lives. But unfortunately that never planned out because of me, because I had very severe speech and language disorder when I was younger. But that was the original intention, was actually to move over to France and live in France. So, it was more, my name was picked for, the easeability of other French people. But I love my name. So, I am very, very, very biased. What it's about is a crime mystery manga set in Victorian era England, specifically in a city called Bath, here in the UK. Essentially, you're following my protagonist Larkin, who is... let me just zoom out. This character here, he has purple hair. You can't always tell when he's got screen tints, but he's also just like the purple person you see in my artworks. And essentially, he discovers a mysterious book that leads him down a path of mystery, magic, and murder. And one evening, he gets attacked by a vampire, so he almost loses his life. But he's saved by someone called Fletcher, who is also known as the Golden Thief. And basically, Larkin's exposed to this whole world of magic, but they also find out that Larkin's been framed for murder of his boss the following day. So basically, you're following their adventure in this whole world of magic that Larkin's discovered, as well as Larkin trying to obviously clear his name for murder. So if you kind of like your crime mystery detective unit sort of stories, like that's what the Thieves of Stuff and Death is. And for me, I feel like it's pretty character driven as well. So if you like your character driven stories, the Thieves of Stuff and Death should be up your alley. Like in this final portion that I'm drawing now, you do get some action scenes, but it's not a battle shonen, but I mean, I do have action scenes. Literally the chapter I'm in at the moment is like a battle scene sort of chapter. But yeah, it's not like... I would classify it as a shonen, because I feel like a lot of the inspiration for the Thieves of Stuff and Death is shonen manga. But yeah, it's not like a battle shonen, you know what I mean? So, and it's very British. Like, I've intentionally written it to be British rather than trying to follow the Japanese sentiment in terms of storytelling. It's a bit more British in how it's told, as well. So, if you're not looking for, like, something a little, inspired by manga, but also inspired by British works as well, like, you'll probably like the blend that I try and do, so... My name came about after I created an OC, and I liked his name enough to felt kinship enough to take his name. Oh, that's so sweet! I said, that's really sweet, actually. That's so nice. I will send the progress anyways. That will be my last progress pic before I send you the finished art piece. Oh, alright, sounds good. Right, okay, and then... I'm just going to draw squiggly lines because again we're not going to really see our buttons at this angle. Let's go down this way. Alright, bottom of her dress we're looking at here now. So it is swirly to go down that way. And bring that down. Oh wow, there's quite a few of you guys watching today. It says like for Monday evening, folks. Like we got a pretty decent crowd in here tonight. That's I wasn't expecting, honestly, to have as many people as we do in here at the moment. Especially not for Monday. Usually Mondays are pretty quiet when it comes to live streams. Alright, so let's put that in there because we know that's all going to be black anyway. Okay, and then let's work on the boys now. So the boys, okay, Orlando. Where is your rough sheet? Again, you've only got a pencil rough sheet. That's fine. Right, so he's got pigeon hair, and then that goes down there. Goes here. His hair is really easy to draw for me. I wish I draw my character's hair as easy as Orlando's, because yeah, he's got like a great shape to his hair that's just really easy for me to draw. Right, and then that goes down that way. Go down here. Right, and I'm just gonna bring that line up there too. Right, and then his nose, so this one's this kind of that shape, and then down that way. Shadow, moustache, and his mouth down here, and his chin, which is a bit more upturned. Right, and then if you draw his eyes, Monday is the favorite day though? Is it? Is it? I don't know. I feel like I don't mind Mondays, you know? I feel like Mondays for me, I do not feel exhausted after, you know, after the week or anything. So like Mondays for me are usually pretty productive days. Usually I always draw like some of my manga on a Monday. That's what usually happens, because usually I don't work in the mornings on Mondays, so I feel like usually I can get a lot done on a Monday when it comes to drawing my comic. But I do work in the afternoons, so whilst tomorrow I work all day, you see, so I'm disabled, unable to work, so I spend my whole day vibing in general, napping, gaming, drawing. Yeah, I get that sometimes it's like gets a little like boring, doesn't it? Though I guess being indoors all the time. But yeah, that's what I used to do a lot at like uni, was that sort of routine. Like I've been trying to kind of fall out of it a little bit. If I'm, I try to. I don't know if I'm really succeeding at the moment, folks. But I'm trying to get a bit more back into some of my older interests if I can. That isn't just like terminally online all the time. As much as I can, really. Because for me, it's like, oh, actually, it's quite nice to have a break from the screen from time to time. But obviously, it's quite hard when you're drawing something digitally to get away from the screen, right? So I sent it after that new project to do. It's a 6 idea. Yeah. I will have a look at your artwork after stream. I'm sure Evan can see it in Discord already. So, and then we put a shadow underneath his neck. Okay. Right. Yes, his clothing's a bit of a strange one here, isn't it, Orlando? Right, okay, and that's how we're going to do this. So that comes up that way, onto his shoulder, it comes down that way, overlaps, this is belt down here. Brilliant, okay, and then I didn't draw his entire arm apparently. Right, and then that can go down there, and down here. And draw the leg going down there. Alright, and then a seam for his trousers. Going down that direction. Someone's spamming my legs. I don't know who's spamming it. I swear we were only on 160 likes earlier, folks. So obviously someone's joined who started spamming the likes here. I do not mind it. I appreciate all the likes. Oh yeah, obviously I keep talking about Discord, guys. If you like my work or if you like my comic, I do have a Discord server. It's open for everyone to join. So, if you just want a chill community to join, you can find the link to it in my bio, amongst my other social links. If you're interested, if you're wondering what this Discord server is, it's my Discord server. I should clarify this. I feel like whenever I talk about the Discord, I don't clarify it's actually a Discord that I run, so. Right, and then that goes up that way. Okay, so that's Orlando. So we've got Maureen now. Also known by his old name Arthur, but he is called Maureen now. Go down there. Take it up that way. Go down there. Alright, okay. Let's draw the rest of his hand going down this way. Bring it down here. Right, and then he's got snake scales down here as well. So we draw that in as well before we forget. Okay, and then that's his trousers seam. This is his bum. That goes down there. Oh, is it actually his bum? What am I looking at? 1 second. What did I draw? I don't get what I've drawn down here. Alright, let me work on the rest of his body. I'll come back to that. I don't know what I've drawn down there. Alright, then draw the outline of his face. Okay, and then the rest of his hair down there. And then I don't want to draw his nose in. I just want to keep it hidden a bit. Right, okay, and then if we do the rest of his torso here. That goes down that way. Also, it's probably unusual for you guys today. You guys can actually pretty clearly see my references. Usually they're like tucked away, aren't they? So maybe this is a little better for all of you guys to see my references this way. So what's happening down here? So I feel like his leg is there. That's true. But I guess his coat falls down this way, right? Because that should fall like upper thigh. So it should kind of fall down that way. So it should be kind of hidden, actually. Like that. And then bring that up. And then... So that's his belt up there. So this is the rest of his leg. Fair enough. Easy enough. Okay, we'll leave it like that. Right, and then this arm needs to be all the way down. Come on. There you go. The Discord's pretty chill. I like it. Yeah, I'm glad you like it. Is that I try and create a little, chill environment. I mean, it's not like overwhelmingly busy. Like you miss out on like massive conversations. Like it's very, very slim times that we have like a massive long conversation. So usually I like to feel like it's a pretty good pace in terms of the Discord server, right? Hopefully everyone feels like they're included in everything, right? Instead, you know, I don't want anyone to feel like they're left out of anything, right? So, right, flashback panels. How am I going to do this? Let's think about this. Okay, let me leave this up here like this. So, when was the last flashback panel? I mean, when I last did my flashback panel, that was in colour, but I don't want this in colour. Because I like the colour flashbacks to be related to magic happening. But this is not magic happening here. So we need a different flashback effect. So how am I going to do this? Volume 1. I think in chapter 6 I must have something. So let's go over here. Yeah. Oh yes, I remember what I did last time. Okay, so what I did last time, if you guys can see this panel, welcome back to chapter 6, folks. Oh my god, you can see how different my art style is. This is a flashback panel here, but this was done in grayscale. Well, I exported it in grayscale. So it looked more like that when exported. So this is what you see online. It looks like this. You'll see that in the physical edition of volume 1 as well. Where is my volume 1? I put it somewhere. Oh yeah, let me grab it on volume 1. I feel like this is easier to show. But I actually have that one printed out. Oh look, I've flicked onto the page. There you go. So look, it's printed out in like this grey scale colour here. So I want to kind of achieve that sort of same effect. So let's see if we can do that. I have to remember how to do this now. I think how did I do that? It might be worth me opening up that chapter 6 file. 1 second, folks. So it was this page. You guys are going to see it's an old page here now. I haven't played Gartic Phone before. No, I would love to though. I'd love to do like a little live stream with everyone playing Gartic Phone. That'd be so fun. Yeah, so when essentially, because if I show you the magic sort of flashbacks, like kind of triggered by magic or specifically Fletcher's magic, right? That would be chapter 8. You'll recognize this one if you've read it. Like it's all done in like watercolor sort of style. I need to change some of the proportions on Larkin here. This is what I need to do when I go back and edit stuff. But you can see that's in color. But obviously Fletcher's using his magic in this scene. And that's why I kind of want to keep it to be like, is like you get these color flashbacks if magic's involved, or if it's something very important to Larkin and Fletcher's stories. Like I just want to save it for those really key moments. So oh, I can hear my cat. Yeah, in 1 second, folks. Let me let it in. You want to come into this? Come on then. You come in then. You're not gonna steal my chair, are you? Right, let me open my door. There you go. Sorry, I'm back. Okay. Yeah, I'm drawing on a Cintiq. If you don't know, I am drawing on a Cintiq. So this is panel. Oh yeah. So did I do it? Oh, okay. So I did do it in basic screen tones before. Then I guess I must have processed it to this somehow. Okay, I'm gonna have to figure out how I did that. Oh wait. So. I see. Oh, guys, I know what I did. Okay, basically, what I did. I'll try and explain it. So basically, I did normal screen tones here, right? And then what I did, I threw a gradient layer on top of those screen tones, and then I added this little filter on top of it, and then I added a little like film grain sort of thing effect on top of it, and I should be able to replicate that. But that requires us screen turning all of this first. So let's do that. So I'm going to make a separate screen tone folder for this, I think. I think it'd be easier if I have it all on a separate screen tone folder. Right, so we need this gradient going downwards. So if we drop that down there. So I need to turn that screen tone back on too. Okay, and then that goes down there. Right, and then we know that's solid black down there. Oh yeah, I'll turn the last ring off here too. So that goes down there, and then bring that all the way up. Right, and then this is also black up there. Okay, and then if we select that, we just want to put in some heavy shadows in now. So let's do that. So G pen, and we dab all of that in. And my stabilization is way too high. There we go. I had my stabilization when I was doing those doll drawings earlier this morning. So, there you go. Put that in. Put a bit more shadow in down there. Right, and then definitely for the bottom of her hair down here. So we need to draw those lines a bit stronger in. Some of these ones. Right, and then this one can go slightly darker. And down there. Okay, and that should be pretty much there. Alright, so we turn that back on, put some highlights in. Okay, and then her eyes are going to be 50%. So let's do that. Right, and then we want 10% for the shadows on her face. We need 50 for her lip here as well, because she's wearing lipstick, and then she's also wearing eyeshadow as well. So let's put that in too. Bring that down there. Shadows. Okay, and then all of her neck down here is going to be dark. Go down there. Okay, and then we want black for here, black down there. Okay, and then if we turn that off, and then we need 70 for these bits as well. So let's do that. So that's 70%. Okay, and then if you turn that back on, and then we're just going to rub out the parts that we don't need. So if we go like that, go that direction. And there, shine down there, slight more down there. Oh yes, and then we need a 70 down here as well. I forgot about that. There we go. Alright, so if we rack that back up to normal, there we go. Okay, and then we need 50 for down here as well. So we need 50 for these parts here. Go down there. Brilliant. Okay, and then we need 60 as well for a bit of shadow on this as well. Is this about vampires? Yes, it is about vampires. Oh, there's a lot of magical creatures in the Feast of Stuff and Death, but like this first arc is about vampires, yes. There's a lot of vampires in the first arc. Go down there. Right, okay, and then if we... Is Mazel... No, Mazel's not blocked out in white yet, so we need to do that as well, because I want to put a background behind her here as well, so I'm just going to put shadows on her hands for a sec. I know that. Thank you so much for all the follows, guys. I really appreciate it. Okay. So is this panel 4? It is panel 4. Okay, so let's dunk a white background behind her. So if we do that, turn that off. Let's just quickly clean this up. So we don't want that. We don't want that. Okay, food, every stat. There we go. And then I'll turn that back on. I kind of know, I think I know what effect I want for this background here. So if we do, let me find it. I mean, we could do this one. This one would work fine. Thank you so much for the hearts, Eden. How are you doing, Eden? It's been a while. I do apologize I haven't live streamed recently. I've just been super busy. And, you know, for people who weren't here earlier, I am going on holiday soon. Just to give you guys a pre-warning, I will be going on holiday at the start of July. So there will be, like, for the first, like, half of July, you probably won't see me live streaming. Just to give you guys a bit of warning. But I should be still active on, like, all of my social media platforms. It's just, you know, it's just something to be aware of. Okay, and then we need to draw hands here. Okay, actually, I think we want it 20% here. So we want just all of Fleur's hand and 20 down here. Okay, and then did we put white backgrounds behind these characters as well, or did we forget? We did forget. Okay. 1 second. Okay, let me turn that off. So we can turn off panel 4. We need panel 5. And let's put that behind the characters then. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Up we go, down we go, up we go, down we go, down there. And that way, I think Maurice got some gaps in him. So no, never mind. All good. Okay, let's leave that. Okay, and then we need that part and this part to disappear as well as this one. Oh, and some of her hair here. I don't think that should do it. Right, so if you turn that back on again, let's move her back over here. Alright, so let's get Mazel up again. So we need a new hair gradient here. That one needs to go down again. That one can be slightly darker. There we go. Not too bad, thanks. Arctic and amazing as usual. Thank you so much. I said I'm working on some flashback panels, so you're going to see me do some fancy effects for these 2 panels here in a second. I am going to go, okay, have a nice rest of your day. So thank you so much for popping by, especially because I feel like you're like the first person to join my live stream today, so thank you very much. I'll see you around, yeah? Thank you so much for the follow, Rallo. I really appreciate it. So bring that down. Alright, what is happening with Mazel's notes over here? Let's go something like that. It's a bit easier. Right, and then Let's select her bun. And then we know she's got black on here. Okay, so if we... To be honest, I don't think I need to put shadows with her there. In her hair. I think we can get away with not putting shadows in her hair in this panel. So let's keep with that. I will add some highlights though. There we go. Right, okay, and then her, that's just going to be black. Same with this. And then same with her sleeve here. Same with this down here. Okay, so if we select that, and then we want some of that to be 70 as well, so let's put 70 in. We'll go like that. Okay, and then if we go like that, and then I'm just going to rub out what we don't need. So mostly around the edges here. Go down there. Right, and then go down that way, go down that way. Yeah. And we want some over here. Right, okay, and then one more curve up that way. Okay, and then we need 50 now, so let's get our 50s down. So we need 54 down here. Okay, let's do that. Alright, and then we need shadows now as well for this, so let's just take that away. We need our 60 layer now. That goes down there. And put some shadows down there. Brilliant, okay. So we turn that back on again. Okay, and then we need some netting as well for her sleeves here, so we need our noise layer. So it'd be 50 noise. Where's my noise? There we go. So we put that in. Okay, and then if we add our 50 as well, because she looks a bit odd without any makeup on. She needs a little bit of lipstick on at least. There we go. Alright, and then 10% of just some of the shadows in here, not too much. Down there. Okay, so Orlando, where are you? Oh, I feel like I haven't drawn Orlando in ages. I kind of need his ref here. I'm just going to grab something from chapter 10. So last chapter, because I drew him quite a bit last chapter. Where is he? I'll just use this ref of him. I'll show you guys this panel. I'm going to use this as a ref for him because it's literally his full body here. It's the easiest thing in the world to look at for him. Right, so his hair gradients go in the opposite direction to Mazelle's. There we go. Okay, and then if we put black behind that and his eyebrows. Brilliant. Oh, I know what's missing with Orlando here. We just kind of want like a little bit of like a forebrow bone incision down there. Right, put some shadow in as well. Put that all in. Alright, and then under his neck. Alright, and then we know all of this is going to be black down here because we don't see the belt, the belt thing on the side of his neck at this angle, so let's just put that all in. Brilliant. Okay, and then his torso can also be black down here. Right, and then he is 50, I believe, on his left side, so let's put that down. So select that, put 60 in. Down there. Okay, and then, oh yes, I need to add his clothing pattern here as well, so let's do that before I forget. Because I've done that before, I've forgotten his clothing pattern before. So he kind of got like peacock sort of feathers, if I remember correctly. Which should be over here somewhere. I just saved it. I put it as a favorite because I knew I probably needed it in the future, so here it is. Alright, okay, let's reduce that down. Right, let's select that, put that all through. There we go. Right, and then we need 30 for his trouser legs down here. Alright, we don't want that noise, we just want that as circles. Right. Brilliant, so if we select that, I would usually put 40 here, but I will just do it in 50 today. Should be alright. Go down there, and then I'm just going to put a little bit of a gradient down there. Right, and then this is also metal here, so I'm just going to do a little bit of shine lines. Then we need some shadows down here. Brilliant, okay, and then we've got marine. So marine, again, I think I need a rough up for marine here. Oh yes, this one will do. So I'm pretty sure this is 50 as well. Yes, it is, okay. So you get that. We put this is okay. So you get that. We put that all in. So we got this. Okay, and then this is black down here. And then what else do we have? His trousers are technically 90, but again, I might just simplify it and put it in black today. Again, like, because it's not a very detailed panel this is, and you know, it's going to be a flashback panel anyway, I don't need all the detail compared to how I usually draw him. So if I just do like a 20 for his shirt down here, right, and then we need some pattern for his coat here as well, so let's put that in. So if you drag this one over here, brilliant, and then I'm just going to reduce that slightly. Right, and then I just want to put a little bit of shadow there, a little bit of shadow here, and then on his arm as well. Okay, something like that. Right, okay, and then for the background for this one, what do we want to do? I think, again, I've got general gist, I think, of what I want. Let's see if we can execute it. So I kind of want, basically, this to be black, and then I want this to be slightly adjusted. What is the brush I need? Yeah, so, oh yes, if I do that instead, actually, like, something like that maybe, and then that can go down here. Alright, so if I just quickly put that down, and just quickly put that behind it all. Right, okay, and then maybe, should I just like move this slightly across? Right, okay, and then I'm just looking at Fleur's hand here. Okay, and then we need to figure out how to do this effect. I'm pretty sure I used a gradient layer before. Let me just turn all the lettering on here for a second. Right. So we need this to be flashback. So let me put my panels into here for a second. Okay, so I'm pretty sure if I go layer, correction layer, gradient map, and we want this one, I believe. It's one of these ones, I feel like, that we used before. Oh yeah, I think it's this one. I want to say it's this one. Thank you so much for all the slaves. I appreciate it. But I respect Manga so much because of how much work they go through. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It said, no, thank you so much. It said, a lot of work does go into everything that we do. So we do, you know, we really appreciate everyone's support, honestly. Thank you so much. Right, okay, so if this goes down this way, and then we know, what do I do for this? Because this is kind of like a greeny one. How did I do this? This is annoying me because I can't remember how I did this before. Because I'm pretty sure that's a pretty similar color, unless I did like an effect over it somehow. Because that one's too strong. Oh, that one's not going to be correct. Oh dear, folks. I mean, that could work. If I copy this whole folder, I'm just gonna make a duplicate for this. 1 second. Okay, and then yes, that's fine. So we want to merge this all together. I'm trying to do some magic at the moment. What's it about? It's a crime mystery manga set in Victorian era England, specifically in a city called Bath. And basically you follow my protagonist here, Larkin. And basically he finds this mysterious book that leads him down a path of magic, mystery, and murder. And essentially one night he gets attacked by a vampire, but he's saved by our secondary protagonist called Fletcher, and he had all of this golden magic, so Larkin's kind of exposed to this whole magical world because of it. And then the next day they find out that Larkin's being framed for murder of his boss, who was also attacked that night. So basically they're kind of on this adventure to clear his name, but also introduce Larkin to this whole magical world, and obviously hiding on the fact that he's a human. So if that kind of sounds like up your alley, that's what the Fuse of Stuff and Death is. Right, okay, so if I put that on there, you're gonna be a pain, aren't you? If I merge that down together, will that go? Aha! Is that gonna work? Is that going to be similar-ish to what I had at the grayscale on this one? Because I essentially want to take these layers here and bring that down over here. And then again, I want this to all be grayscale really, if I can try and do it. So we want that as a layer, a mask. And same down here if we erase that. And is this Clip Studio Paint? Yes, this is Clip Studio Paint. Specifically the more expensive version of Clip Studio Paint I'm currently using. Right, so this is... Right, so that's also a gradient. Oh my word, I got so many gradient maps. Sorry, I'm busting. Bless me. Do you have chapters out? Yes, I do. I've got a physical book. So if you prefer physical, I gotta do the puzzle thing on TikTok here. 1 second.
Oh my word. I never get it right first time. Sorry, give me 1 second, folks, because otherwise the live stream will end and I don't want that. There we go. Okay, so I've got a physical book, that contains the first 6 chapters. So if you like your physical books, you can get a physical edition of Defeated Stuff and Dev, or you can read it online, up to chapter 10 at the moment. So obviously there's a lot more online at the moment. But yes, I'm working on chapter 11 currently. Thank you so much for all the follows, guys. I really appreciate it. So if I just quickly disable that for a second. Okay, so we want bring that one back over here. Right, and then again, I'm just gonna turn that off. We'll bring that back over here. Because I cannot for the life of me remember what I did before. Unless it's a sketching effect. I don't think it's a sketching effect. This is why I should remember what I'd done last time. Right, actually, give me 1 second, folks. I'm just gonna quickly select this. I'm just gonna open in a new folder here. So that should appear. Okay, look how messy this is. I'm just gonna try this auto action for a second and see if this does anything. Give it a second. Do you have any plans to expand? Just curious. Since a lot of manga do marketing different ways. Not currently. I mean, I'd like to reach out to publishers and see. Wait, this is what I'm after. This is exactly what I needed. Okay, hold. wait a second, folks. What is this? Can I copy this? Oh, I'm so happy. That's exactly the effect I wanted. Okay, let's do this. So we don't need that anymore. We figured it out. Okay, so let's plonk this back in here. Sorry, I'll answer your question in just a second. I got too excited with figuring out that this exists again. Okay, I think it's probably positioned like that, I believe. That looks right. But yeah, I said the thing is I'm trying to get volume 2 out because when volume 2 is done, so when chapter 12 is done, arc 1 should be done. So I'd like to pitch to some publishers back, after chapter 12 is done and volume 2 is done and released. I feel like then, it'd be more ready to pitch to publishers and things like that, because obviously I like to keep it going as long as I can, but also it is just my project, passion project, so for me, like, I'll continue with it even if, no one picks me up. But yeah, so at the moment there isn't any plans to expand. I'm fully independent, so everything you see and everything you see, everything I write myself, everything I draw myself, everything you see, I do myself. So, yeah, I am a one-man team when it comes to my manga. So, it gets a little lonely sometimes. Right, so if we bring that over here. You go like that. Okay, Right, okay, and then... God, there's so many things to do for this. Can I move this all into one folder? Thank you very much, that's so much easier. Okay, and then we want this to all be one mask layer. So if we select that, erase anything, get around it. Same with this one. Create that. I'm going to do the same for the film grain as well. So if we do that, brilliant. Okay, and then if we preview this now, we should be able to see it when it's grayscale, so how it should export as. So give us 1 second. Okay. That's good. That's what I wanted. That's exactly the effect I have for my other flashback panels. Oh, okay. I'm glad we didn't lose the effect I wanted. That's exactly what I wanted. Because I got to replicate essentially the same effect for several panels in future pages. So now I know how to do it. It should be easy to do it from now onwards. And the text is really easy to read as well, which is what I wanted. So I'm glad about that too. It's like slightly transparent, but not all the way transparent. So, you know, sorry. Yeah, so there's like a little bit of white to it. So that's definitely 50. This should be also 50, I believe. Let's have a look. We can select off of it. Yeah, both of them are 50, that's fine. Right, so we just got this middle panel now. And then that should be the page done. I'm just going to close everything that I don't need, because again, we need Mazel and Larkin. So if I get Larkin's ref sheet up now, where's Larkin? Okay, so there he is. We need this version of him. Alright, so this is middle panel, so this is P3. How did you learn how to draw? Asking as a beginner artist. Also, sorry for all these questions. Now I don't mind questions at all. I said I'm more than happy to answer questions. So I'm self-taught, but also I am I also been trained as an artist as well. I studied concept and comic art at university about 2 years ago now. So I learned a lot of things, obviously because of going to art school. But in terms of like making manga itself, I didn't necessarily learn those sort of skills in university. Like a lot on like how to replicate kind of a manga-esque style. It was a lot of my own self-studying. Like I learned a lot about how to present comics and readability of comics, and the importance of like panel compositions and page composition, panel compositions and stuff like that from university, but not necessarily drawing in a manga-esque way or storytelling in a manga-esque way. So it's like a bit of like self-taught, taught by an art school. I kind of just look at my favorite manga artists and just kind of like study them. Like I study how they do the pages and things like that, and that's how I get around things like that. Hi Takeshi, how are you doing? Did you get home safely? I said I hope you managed to find some AC after you left me at Swindon Comic Con on Saturday. Your art style looks so good. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I did, but the car battery broke. Oh no! Did you manage to get home then? Oh no! It said I hope you were able to get some help for it. Thank you so much for all the follows, guys. I really appreciate it. So bring that down that way. And bring that down that way. Right, okay, and then that's his seam line going down that way. Oh no, it isn't. Is it? No, because his seam line is more that way. No, his seam line goes over here. Because he's twisting his torso a lot over here, so... Goes down that way. We were lucky. It was in a service station. Oh wow! I said, yeah, you guys got really lucky then. Oh, I said, I'm glad you guys were in a safe spot when it died. Oh, it's getting warm in my room again. I was like, oh, I can live stream because, it's pretty cool right now. I can live stream without, worrying about boiling alive, but now I'm getting warm in my room again. Favorite anime? My favorite anime is Kyo Kawawara. or roughly translates to "From today I am." It doesn't have an official English release, hence why it doesn't have an official English name. Before you criticize my horrendous Japanese, I've just said. Is it just me who will randomly repeat memes throughout the whole day for no reason? No. I'm the same. Like, I will have, like, repeating sayings in my head all day, and it won't stop. Like, I just wait for it to go away. Alright, so his hair is floating all the way over here. Right, and then we should see more of his face down that way now, so that should look a little better too. Go down that way, and bring his head back down that way. Today oh no. He said, yeah, I haven't had a random meme in my head yet this week. I'm expecting it to come soon. I will try and remember if I have a meme pop into my head all week, and I'll let you know what mine would be. What graphics tablet is that, if you don't mind me asking? Yeah, so it's a Cintiq 32 I'm currently using. So it's pretty much the largest art tablet on the market. But yeah, it's a 32-inch Wacom tablet. I did the voice and all, oh my god. Where did you study? I studied at the Montfort University, so up in Leicester. It's not like the most grand university out there, is it really? But you know, it did my specific course, and there wasn't a lot of courses that were catering to what I wanted to do, which is concept and comic art. But I like Leicester as a city. I think Leicester's a great city. I mean, I wouldn't have chosen to study there if I didn't like Leicester as a city. But yeah, it said the Montfort University is where I went to. Oh, why is her eye melting? Oh, you mean Flora up here? Yeah, because she's been using her vampiric abilities against Larkin here, because she's been transferring into all of her like animal forms whilst chasing Larkin and attacking oh my word, what's her name? Elowen. So yeah, that's why her eye is melting off at the moment, because she's just been using her powers maybe a little too much at the moment, so. Right, okay, so if we select this one. Right, and then bring that down. I'm not even gonna worry about his bag details, I think, for this panel. I'm just like, with his bag, I'm just like, okay, it's there because I need it for story purposes in a bit, but. Okay, again, I don't need full detail for Larkin in this scene, so. Okay, so if we draw the pillar that he's also hiding behind right now. So, also this chandelier is spinning, and I need to draw it spinning at some point. So they are turning around like mid-air at the moment. Right, so we need to draw Larkin's line out slightly thicker, I think, overall. That should be fine. Also, I'm looking at getting Huion in a few months. Nice, yeah, it says Huion, XP Pen. They're both like really good brands if you just want to get yourself like a display tablet to start out with. Like they're excellent brands to go with. Right, okay, and then I need another white layer for this this pillar. I'm losing my words now. You mentioned it's a passion project. Do you have a day job? Yes, I do. So I work as a library assistant as my day job, and I do some script writing for a webtoon project that I can't talk about yet as well. So I've got like two other jobs on the side at the moment that I do. When did you start drawing like this? It's amazing. I started like drawing in general like about 10 years ago, but like if you're talking about like specifically focusing on like creating a manga and studying manga, like I would say like 4 years ago maybe I started. So like kind of halfway through my art journey, as you will. Yeah, I had a canvas 20 a few years ago, but honestly, I didn't have the space for it at the time. Or I also, due to space, never really used it, sadly. Yeah, I get that. I said I'm quite lucky. I have a very big desk that, this 32 sits on. My 28 is over there. You guys are up there. So there's a reason why I'm not looking at my phone, because I'm looking you guys over at my screen at the moment. So, but yeah, I have a very long desk from IKEA, and it takes up like half of my room. Alright, do we want to draw Fleur now? I guess we can draw Fleur. Right, okay, so we need the flower in her hair if that's the case. Oh, where is it? Right, so we need, okay, that flower will do, thank you very much. I just want to put that over here. Also, I can't remember who said it, like last stream, but someone said, oh, Fleur translates into flower in French, and I'm like, does it? I didn't realise this, but it was not my intention to call Fleur after a flower, but here we are. I guess people think I chose Fleur because she's got a flower in her hair. I trust it was a complete coincidence. I did not mean to name her Fleur after a flower or anything. It was you? Yeah, I couldn't remember who exactly said it. Is it, I still can't believe that, though. It was not my intention. I said it was to explain my nickname for her? Yes, yeah. Yeah, Flower Girl. I said I think I said to you before, it's like I call Maureen Snake Guy, and it's what my characters refer to him as well. Cause I bet if I bring up like the name Maureen to most people in the future stuff and that, they'll be like, who is that? But if I bring up Snake Guy, they know like instantly who I'm talking about. So I'd probably the same with like Fleur. Like they see the flower and be like, oh yeah, I know who this character is. I don't have names for most of my OCs, so I have Coltman, Murder Guy, and the girl. Yeah, I have like temporary like whole names like that for some of my characters in Defeated Stop and Death who still have names pending at the moment. I have a very similar naming system to you at the moment with that. Okay, so if I bring that down, I'm gonna bring this up. Right, okay, and then right, so her hair goes down there, flicks up this way. And guys, I can't believe it. I'm almost halfway through drawing chapter 11, and I'm not even at the big parts yet. Well, I say that, but we're just starting the big part of like one of the conversations in this chapter. But like, I'm not even at like the big scene yet. I've got a while to go still. So her face is melting off here. So we'll draw that in. She's got that. Okay, so if we draw the black into that. Right, and that goes melting downwards too. Like her eyebrow in there. Bring that up. Right, and that goes that direction up here. Like I say, I'm like again surprised about how many people are here on a Monday evening. I feel like this is my sign that I should do Monday evening streams more. The thing is, I usually draw Monday evenings myself anyway. It's just I don't tend to stream on a Monday, but like it seems like people vibe with a Monday stream. I wanted to take you for you to do a chapter. Well, you know, considering I don't work full time on the Thieves of Stuff and Death or anything, usually about 3 months, give or take. Usually I'm a bit quicker than 3 months with completing my chapters. But I always say like it takes me about 3 months to do a chapter. But like I should kind of like explain myself here. Like my chapters are a bit longer than your average manga chapter. So like my chapter lengths are like around the 30-page mark. Like for this chapter, it's 36 pages long. So it's a lot longer than your standard like manga release. So that's also the cause for why it takes so long too, as well as obviously not working on it full time. Where do you get name ideas from? I don't know. I just kind of like looking at a character and I'll be like, oh yeah, that's like a fleur. Or I look at a character, like I looked at like Maureen before. He used to be called Arthur. And I was like, he doesn't look like an Arthur. So I went with like Maureen. Again, I don't know why I chose like Fleur or Maureen. I was just like, they kind of just look like that. It's like with Taliesin. Taliesin, I was a bit more specific with. Let me get Taliesin up. Where is he? AKA everyone's new favorite character, seems like. So yeah, Taliesin. Taliesin, I specifically went for his name because like Taliesin used, I think, if I remember correctly, it was like a name for like a pretty famous monk in Wales in like the 1300s. So I kind of wanted like an oldie-timey Welsh name for Taliesin because obviously he's an elf and he's 91 years old, folks. He's an elf, so he's old. But I really like the name Taliesin, so it just kind of stuck. And then obviously this is his Elven name for people wondering. But okay, everyone just calls him Taliesin, right? So that's his name. Whilst Larkin, I think Larkin was a name I kind of just researched like Irish names for Larkin, and Larkin just really stuck with me. And Fletcher has always been my favorite like name of all time, so that's why I just gave it to Fletcher. It was like there wasn't really much thought behind Fletcher's name apart from I just really liked the name Fletcher. So you named it on Vibe Space? Yeah, exactly that. Usually it is Vibe Space. Like, I cannot tell you why I called Lloyd Lloyd. Like, Lloyd is just Lloyd because he just looks like a Lloyd to me. It's like a Malachi. It was just a Malachi because Malachi looks like a Malachi to me. I will say though, like, this is Malachi. I will say, like, Judy. Who will appear in Arc 2. When you get Judy's ref sheet up, Judy wasn't actually named by me. Judy was named by my older sister. My older sister came up with Judy's name. And I like the name Judy, and it's just stuck. I feel like she just feel like she fits a Judy, so that's why she's called Judy. And then who else? Who else can I talk about? Nevin. Yeah, Nevin. So Nevin had several names during his development as well. Like, Nevin went through, like, several names. But he was a suggestion by one of my university friends. They just said, like, Nevin. And I don't know why. It's just kind of stuck. So I just went with Nevin. But he was named by someone from a university class. But yeah, so Nevin's always stuck because it was a friend's suggestion. So, you know, it kind of comes from all over the place. But again, it's like if I hear a name and they just vibe with that character, I'm just like, yeah, I'll call them that. So I don't necessarily look at the meanings behind their names very often. Alright, so we put that in. Also, I think this is Larkin's hand here. I forgot to draw in. This is him obviously grasping the pole here. So I'm just going to quickly put some white behind that if I can. Yes, I've drawn it on the wrong layer. I have drawn it on the wrong layer. Okay. Oh dear. Okay. Down there. Okay, and then we want white. There we go. Okay. Did you ever study at a foreign university? No, I'd love to though. I said, like, I'm always open to going back into education. I'd love to go to a foreign university. I said, I'd like to go to a foreign university and study comics, whether that's like in Japan or, you know, somewhere else like France, like, or Belgium. Like, I wouldn't mind studying like Belgium or France. But obviously, like, when you're talking about Belgium or France, obviously you're expected to know French, so it's a bit different. I'll go down that way. I gotta go. I may not be back. Okay, I'll see you later. I said probably gonna get this panel done and then, you know, obviously screen tone it, and then that will be pretty much me done. So if you're back, I'll see you then. If not, then I hope you have a great rest of your evening. All right. Right. So she goes down there. Okay, and she is laughing here. I will add some laugh stuff in once we get all the line art done. She goes down there. Right, okay, and then we need to get rid of this part here. I don't think there's anything else. Okay, so if we select that, so we just got the background here to do then. Oh my word, I'm not looking forward to drawing this background. I'm going to try for Prague University of Creative Communication. It has studies for 2D and 3D arts. I'm from Lithuania, by the way. Oh, nice. I said I've never been to Prague. I'd love to go to Prague. Like, I have a friend who used to live in Prague before coming to the UK. And, you know, I've always wanted to visit Prague, so... Alright, so if that curves down that way. Because I study concept and comic art at university, so we did learn a little bit of 3D on my course, but like not enough to be like, I would say to be like a 3D course. Like it is mostly like 2D what we did at university. We've done like very basic 3D stuff. Bring that way, and bring that back up that way. Brilliant. Okay, so that's one side. Let's do this side then. Brilliant, and bring that down that way. Again, I gotta draw this chandelier spinning on this panel too, so I will do that last to try and figure that out. Go that way. Go down that way. I've been there. It's really beautiful, especially winter time. Oh, I'm so jealous. I'd love to go. It said it is on my like bucket list of things to do in Europe. It's like that sort of part of Europe I've never been to. Like I don't go to that side that often really. It's, you know, it's like a part of Europe that I'd love to explore at some point. Going to Norway and Denmark in July. So I'll be doing that sort of side of the world in Europe this year. So I'll bring that down this way. Go down there. That's awesome. What countries have you been to before? Many countries. I don't know. I don't know how many countries I've been to. I've been to a lot of countries. Google Maps. I don't know. I mean, I can try and have a look. I've never been to Asia. I can tell you that. I've never been to Asia before. So I've been to France. I've been to Belgium. I've been to the Netherlands. I've been to Germany. I've never been to like this part. I've never been to Switzerland. I've never been to Austria. Never been to Czechia. Never been to Slovakia, Hungary. Like this sort of side of Europe, I've never done. But I'd like to tackle this part of Europe. I've been to Italy. I've been to Greece. Where else have I been? I've been to Morocco as well. I've been to Norway before. I've been to Denmark before. Where else have I been? I've been to Spain. I've never been to Portugal before. My family has. I've never been to Portugal. I've done the Canary Islands, several of the Canary Islands before. I've done United States. Specifically I've done Florida and New York, and I've done Boston as well. There's a part I've been to Canada, specifically Vancouver. And I've sailed all the way out to Alaska, so I've done Alaska as well. Where else have I been? I think that's pretty much it off the top of my head. So it's only like some of Europe and then some of North America. So I've never been south of the equator. I'd love to do some of the south of the equator. Like my older sister is currently living in Australia. But yeah, I've never done this side. I've never been to Asia. I'd like to go and do Asia at some point. Like there's a lot of places I haven't been, but I've been to a lot of places in Europe, so. Yeah, so let's draw some more curved lines. I'm just gonna. Some of these are not linking up to what I've drawn over here. I wonder if I can draw a big long line with this, so it kind of curves back up this way. Go like that way. And then we drag that one down as well. And this one as well. I thought manga artists drew in the Stone Ages with paper and pen. Majority of manga artists now do a lot of stuff in digital. I mean, some people do like everything traditional. Some people do like a bit of both. A lot of manga artists now these days do everything digitally. Like, there's not like an approach to do it anymore. Like, you kind of do whatever works for you to produce, the manga pages that you want. I do everything pretty much digitally, but I do work traditionally with like doing my thumbnails and stuff. So there is like a traditional process to what I do as well. But again, like you guys just don't see that usually. I don't know, unless people want like a thumbnail stream at some point when I work in my sketchbook. But I mean, I don't know. I feel like people wouldn't understand what I'm drawing in my sketchbook half the time. Comes it that way, that goes that way, and then across. Alright, oh my god, I've got so much of this to draw still. bring that down that way. Right, and then I need a vector eraser tool. Right, and then I'll draw a straight line up there again, and another one down here. Why is that one not curving enough? There we go. Right, okay, and then I'm going to draw the rest of that in just my pen instead of a curve tool. So if we just do that, we just follow it through. Doesn't matter if it's a bit rough or sketchy. Bring that up that way. Alright. Okay, that looks pretty good from a distance, actually. That's not half bad, folks. That's not half bad. I mean, it could look a lot worse, in my opinion. So I think that's a pretty decent job. Decent job, well done. Okay, so I'm just going to thicken up flower here a bit as well. So we just do that too. Okay. Actually, I guess you can be pinned down a little bit. I'm back, welcome back! Also, can we address Larkin's skinny model race? I feel like he wears clothes that are a little bit too small for him. He does have a waist, but I feel like I don't draw that in his bare skin version. But he does have a waist. I feel like his trousers on his like upper thigh area are just a bit too tight for him around there. He needs some new clothes. Larkin does, but like all of this kind of does play into Larkin's story of being like really broke. So. Well, I don't know. Maybe Larkin likes to show off his assets or something. I don't know. I mean, to be honest, he is like skin and bones, folks. So I mean, I don't think there's a lot to show really. Let's just put a white background over here. 1 second. His assets, excuse me. Alright, so let's erase down here. Down here. I'm sorry. I mean, have you seen Larkin in some of my artworks or panels before? It's like I haven't drawn him like that in this panel really, because I didn't really want that attention to be on Larkin really. But yeah, there's some panels I've drawn him. I feel like wanting off sometimes. This honestly seems so chill. Yeah, it's supposed to be like a chill stream. That's what I aim for when people come to my live streams. It's just like a chill environment, chill chat. We just chill here. Are you trying to say that Logan has a nice cake? I think he does. Like considering he's skin and bones, I think he does have quite a nice cake. Yeah, is it like if he's seen some of his previous panels, like I think he does. You're dying. Look, man, is that I'm just being honest here. And it was kind of my mistake with Larkin's character designs for like his trousers to be a bit too small on him, because like obviously in like the Victorian era clothes, let's talk about this for a second, alright? Usually clothes in the Victorian era, they were fairly loose on the legs, like they shouldn't be sticking to the thighs as much as Larkin's trousers do. So this is why, you know, I kind of come up with the excuse that, yeah, his clothes are just a bit too small for him. Don't worry, I won't die. I have your doodle CL watching me from my bookshelf. Oh, you said that's so sweet. It said, I hope you did like the CL drawing. I had, you know what? I feel like you know, me doing that CL drawing. Someone else asked for a CL drawing after seeing one I created for you. So I did another CL for someone else. At Swindon Comic Con. So there were fellow Black Butler fans out there who came to my stall. Nice cinched clothes, yeah. I was thinking it was so cool. Oh, I'm so glad. I thought you'd like it, so. I wanted to surprise you with something that wasn't the Thieves stuff and death related. So that's why I drew CL. And plus, it's been a while since I've drawn CL, so, you know, for me, it was nice drawing some fan art as well. No, but why were my legs shaking? Oh look, man, it says you drove 3 hours to see me. Of course I'm gonna do something, you know, so. Right, okay, let's put some lines back here. Dun, 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 dun. And bring down there. Oh yeah, for folks who don't know who are in chat at the moment, a lot of us are on Discord, on my Discord server. So if you kind of enjoy the chill vibes, as you will, as someone said in chat just a moment ago, it also extends to my Discord server. So if you just like my work, or you like my comics, or anything like that, you can find a link to my Discord on my bio on TikTok. So, you know, feel free to join. I have a small community, but a very nice community on there. So feel free to hop on if you'd like to. It said you can share your own work on there as well. So if you're an artist yourself or writer or anything creative like that, you can also share your own stuff too. Like, you know, it's not just for talking about my stuff, you know. So feel free to join if you'd like to. Obviously, no obligation. I just kind of let people know when I'm going live on there if I can. I will say, like, today was kind of like a last minute decision to go live. Because I was like, I should probably live stream today because it's been a while, so. Who else is supposed to be asleep right now? I said I should be going to sleep soon. Cool, name of the manga book thing. Yeah, so it's called Thieves Stuff and Death. I apologize, the lighting in my room is terrible. I should really turn on my LEDs. But it's called Thieves Stuff and Death. You could get volume 1 if you want a physical book. It contains the first 6 chapters in it. So if a physical book's more to your style, you can get a physical one from my Etsy store. Or you can read it online, up to chapter 10 online at the moment. So if you want to read it online, you can read it online too. I'm just because my lights are stuck behind my boxes. There we go. That's a lot better. Thank you so much for all the follows, guys. I really appreciate it. Alright, okay, so let's turn this ruler off again. And we bring that. Oh, we need this to be thicker actually. 1 sec. Okay, maybe not that thick. And we bring that down that way. See daisies. And we bring that down there. Alright. And so you got that. No problem. There's a fly in my room. It's harassing me. This is why, look. Top tier advice that I feel like a lot of people who are British don't realize they can actually go and get really easily. Go and do yourself a favor, folks. If you live in the UK, and buy yourself a bug net, attach it to your window, and you'll thank me later. Okay? Because I find, a lot of people don't. I feel like it's like a very obvious answer that I feel like a lot of people are like, oh yeah, I can get a bug net, and then I don't have flies in my room. I'm limited to kill it. I just keep my windows and doors like, oh no. You should get a bug net because you can get some airflow in your room if you get a bug net for your room. So that's what I have in my room, and I ask for it every year to be in my room. So. I did, like, honestly, it's a life changer. It makes it, easier to get airflow into your room. I got it, school jumper, I liked it. Well, it said at least it's a school jumper that got it, honestly. It's probably the school jumper deserves it. App name is Clip Studio Paint. Specifically the professional version, the expert edition of Clip Studio Paint I'm using at the moment. Success mission over. Yes. I know, I feel the same with you. Like, if I have, like, a fly buzzing around my room, I literally can't do anything else. I'm, like, so distracted by this bug in my room that I do not feel, like, productive enough to do anything else but keep an eye on that fly. And bring that down that way. There we go. Okay. Do we want to draw the windows? I feel like the windows back here, you're not really gonna see, I feel like. Nah, I'm not gonna draw them. There's no point. Because you see so little of them anyway. That's fine. Okay. Okay, so let's think about this. Okay, so we need to make sure this chandelier is definitely spinning. That's the most important thing, is to make sure that chandelier is spinning on this panel. So we will figure that out, but I will put the screen tones down first before doing that. I'm just going to adjust the background line art here, so we want to narrow this down slightly, I think, to like that. Okay, so how are we going to do this? I think I just want a simple gradient. I don't want to go too detailed with it, I don't think. Because it's nice that we've got a slightly more, like, simplistic page. I feel like we need a slightly more simplistic page. Because we've had, like, a lot of detail in the last 3 pages, I feel like. So I don't want to be too detailed. So if we go like that. And then if we do something similar to the other side as well. Something like that. Right, okay, and then if I add some shadows in as well, so if I add some black shadows to the side of these ones here, and then, like, in the gaps down here. We put them under there, under here. It just helps give a little bit of a 3D effect. That's all, having a bit of heavy shadow. Right, and then down there, up here, and we want some down there too. Okay, and then if you turn that on again, and then I want to go alpha lock that, and I want to go in with this one maybe. I kind of just want it lighter the further inwards we go, kind of like that. Okay, let me redo that actually. I should probably select the actual black layer itself before rubbing it out. 1 second. Let's restart. Select that. Okay, and then we go in with what we want. Go like that. Okay, and then I kind of just want to slightly reduce the opacity of it. And then slightly do something like that with it, maybe. Okay. That's fine. I just want the darker tones to be on the characters here, because it just gives them a bit more focus, that's all. Also, it was my phone because it's the only source right now. Yep, that's insanely relatable. How do you publish a manga? You can publish it on multiple platforms. It says all of this is self-published. Like I self-published my manga, so you know I get it printed out myself. So I pay for all the printing of my books and such. I publish the manga online for free on Global Comics, Manga Plus Creators, and Webtoon Canvas. But yeah, everything, like I say, everything that I do myself. I am a one-man machine, folks. Right, lock its hair. Let's do that. Right. Right, and then if we select that, and then put that in. Thank you so much for all the follows, guys. I really appreciate it. Alright, so if we drag that down again. Oh, I think I might actually get this page done tonight. This would be nice. It'd be nice progress, because that means that's 15 pages done out of 36. So if this chapter was only 30 pages long, then I'd be halfway. But I'm not halfway. I'll be halfway at page 18, so go down that way, go down there, dun 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 dun. Brilliant. Okay, so if we put 10% down for shadows on his neck here, okay, what am I doing? 90, 90, 90, 50. So that's 50 here, 50 there. 50 for his bag as well. And then we can put 60 for the shadows here as well. So if I just get a bigger rubber, put that in. Brilliant. Okay, and then the back of his vest is 80. Go like that. Okay, and then his trouser legs are 60. Should we put that in? Okay, select that. Let's put some shadows into his legs down here. Right, okay, and then I'm just going to do a little gradient down here. Right, okay, and then we need the pattern for the front of his vest here, so let's make sure we got everything selected for that. Okay, so we need this layer. Let's turn this to grayscale, and then clothing pattern, and we drag that down. There we go. Okay, and then if we do 10% for the shading for his clothes now, it's down there. There we go. Okay. Okay, and then let's think about this. So we've got the pole down here too. What tablet are you using? I'm using a Cintiq 32. In the con, was that old guy with your dad? Yes, just wondering. Yes, it was my dad. it was my dad. He was helping me out during the morning. He had to go to work in the afternoon, so that's why you didn't see him in the afternoon. But yeah, that was my dad helping me out. In the afternoon, I had my sister and my mum, but you didn't see them, I don't think, so. But yeah, he's always the one who's been helping me out with like conventions. So like he made that like wooden like stand you saw where like all my prints were. He made that stand for me. So we're hoping to make, you know, a better display in the future as well once I get more stuff. But it's like slowly building up the display over time, right? It's like I didn't want to go like full out get all the gear for my table yet, you know, so they're taking our time with it. Okay, down there. Okay, then Fleur's really easy. She's literally just 10%, so let's just knock her out of the park here. 10% girl. I love you so much. Okay. So we bring that down. Right, and that goes down there. Okay, now we need a white haze effect, so let's find that. I think at the end of this layer we need it. It's like a slight one. To go down like down there or something. Right, and then I kind of want some around Larkin's head here as well as his back. Okay, and then I want, what do I want? Oh yeah, the ha-has. I need a laugh. How do I do that? I have like so many ha-has saved. I don't know. I don't think any of these look good. I can probably just handwrite them, I guess. So I go lettering. What do I want to do? I don't know what I'm doing. Oopsie daisies. Okay. I kind of want it on top of this lettering. Like, okay, this pen might be a little thick actually, but we'll roll. Right, so if I copy that, can I copy paste that again? Make it slightly smaller maybe. Okay, and then if I turn off the effect layers for these as well. Okay, merge that together. I'm just going to see if I can reduce the H down just a tad. Like that, and then put the white back on it again. Go like that. And then just like that. We'll probably bring it up slightly like that. And then we go like that from it as well. And then I don't know, we can get like some lines like that around as well. Come on now. I can never draw these lines correctly. Oh dear. It's kind of like that I needed. There you go, that'll do. Okay, let's preview this for a second. Let's see how it's looking from afar. So let me get my 3D preview. Actually, I need to close this page down. We don't need this one anymore. That's from page 6. Okay, 3D preview. Let's do this. Also, what was the website with all your characters on it? It's called Toy House. If you go to my Discord, and then if you go to key information, the tab key information over here, is right at the bottom, my Toy House link. So if you click on the Toy House link down here, you should be introduced to my Toy House, and then this is where you can locate all of my characters. So like all of their artworks and stuff are all kept on here. So if you're looking for like reference sheets, commissioned artworks I've commissioned artists to do for me in the past, like it's all there. Like there's 281 images of Larkin, folks, and 285 of Fletcher. There's a lot. There's a lot in there. So. Right, let's see that. Yeah, I'm liking how simplistic this page is. Like, I didn't want to go like overkill with the detail on that page. Because I was like looking at these pages and they're pretty detailed, and so it's just nice to have a slight break. And with the flashback scenes being like a bit faded out, I wanted them to still be in tied with a simple page layout. So. Because then it goes on to more flashbacks. And then it keeps going. So I think that looks alright. I'll keep that for now. Again, as folks know, usually when I come back for a new live stream, I usually change some of the aspects of some of the previous pages. And then you guys are like, huh? What did you do to the other page? Oh, spinning! Spin of the chandelier. I almost forgot. Let's do that. How do we do this? Speed lines. Thank you so much for all the follows, folks. I really appreciate it. Because we wanted this spinning. I was trying to figure out how to do it, though. I don't know. I mean, we could do one big line, I guess. I don't know. Oh, wait, that is way too big. And then maybe we get some shorter ones over here, maybe as well. We can always do something like that, maybe. Okay, if we just type in spin, I think that's easier. Usually I don't letter out the motion that's happening here, but I will for this. As the one time I usually break my rule of writing out the action. Because I try and avoid doing it because I'll be honest, it's a bit lazy, folks. And I see people doing their comics all the time. You shouldn't really be doing it. But I will make an exception this time of doing it. Just to make things easier, and also for my readers, it's easier for them to tell that this is actually spinning. So I kind of want to italicize that maybe, and then tilt it maybe to keep it in line. If we save that, let's preview that. I'm going to stream from the chandelier. It is the chandelier scene. I keep saying it's the chandelier scene. And the chandelier scene I've had in my head for so many years, folks. I don't think people understand how long I've had this chandelier scene in my head. So I feel like that Rihanna song has been stuck in my head because of this scene. So I'm hoping once this scene is fully drawn, I can stop thinking about this bloody chandelier. Right, spin. Okay, that's fine. I said, yeah, usually I don't write out what the movement or what's happening, but I needed something to notate that they are spinning here. I mean, you can see in their hair that they're spinning, but I just like to make extra sure. Usually I like to make the artwork just show what's going on, but it is what it is. Like, sometimes I do lean and stuff as well. But it's like I don't have like jump or anything or like crouch, you know. It's like you could tell that Larkin's crouching in the sea. That's why I try and avoid doing all the time. Okay, I think that's the page done. I think. I think we're done. I think we're done. Because again, if I export this as a grade, because I'll post this in the Discord so you guys can see it in better quality. So we need this to be chapter 11, page 15. Let me export that as grayscale instead of screen tone. And then I can show you what this looks like without the color effect here. Let's that load up. Okay, so this is how it should look like when it's exported. There you go. That's how the page should look like, folks. From this to properly cropped for the page layout. That's what it should be looking. So there you go. That's the page done. Thank you very much. I know I finally finished a page whilst you've been when I've been live streaming. Whilst you've been here, Takeshi. So I feel that's a miracle in itself that I managed to finish the page review in here. So I'm pleased with this page. It's turned out pretty decently. Like again, like it's not like the most impactful page in the world. I didn't need it to be, so I'm pleased. I'm pleased with it. I think it looks good. So, like, let me drag that to the general chat. And from today's live stream, thanks for joining me. Okay, alright, I guess that's everything done now, so... My second time seeing a page till the end, yes, yeah, that's very... I don't think I see you in here often enough to see me finish a page. I feel like sometimes you kind of drop in between. But there you go, that's a finished page. But I also did a time lapse for this entire page as well. So I will be uploading this onto TikTok very shortly as well. I don't even know what music choice I'll do. But I'll figure out something. But I'll export this onto TikTok so you guys get a full video of the time lapse as well. Because I was thinking, oh, I probably won't live stream this page, so I'll do a time lapse. But yeah, that should be coming your way very soon, folks. All right. Do chandelier for the music? I'll try to, but the thing is, I've got a business account, so I'm a bit limited in terms of what sounds I can use. But I will try my best to get it. If I can use it, I will use it. Right, thank you so much for everyone who joined me today. That's me finished. I'll do a little rundown. If you guys don't know, my manga series is called The Thieves Who Stole from Death. You can get a physical edition. It's got the first 6 chapters in it. So if you prefer a physical book, you can get a physical book. It's available off my Etsy store. Or if you prefer reading online, there's up to 10 chapters available online at the moment that you can read for free. Because of course I'm working on chapter 11 right now. And if you're interested in my Discord server, you follow the link in my bio. It's a very chill community on there. If you're a fan of my artwork or my comic, or you're a creator yourself or looking to get into manga, like that's kind of the place to be. But yeah, it should be pretty chill vibes to how it is on these live streams. So if that interests you, you can follow the link in my bio to my Discord server. But apart from that, I think that's everything, folks. Thank you so much again, Eden, for all the gifts. I really appreciate it. Alright, I'll see you guys later. I don't know when. Maybe Wednesday, if not Thursday. I will let people know when I'm next live streaming. It won't be tomorrow though, because I'm working all day tomorrow. So until then, I will see you guys all later. Bye bye.